Before I just ask Mr. Simmons a few questions. Since 2009, I've been working on an ordinance to amend the cooperation agreement between HACLA and the City of Los Angeles because of some concerns that I have, and not anything to do with you, Mr. Simmons, going back to 2009. But the amendment to the ordinance I felt would close a loophole in having oversight by the City Council, because we currently don't have a formal role in reviewing the actions of HACLA. And as such, the only role we really play at this point is to confirm the commissioners that the mayor appoints, and that's very, very different than any other commission. So working with council member and chair of HCED, Mr. Cardenas, I'm hopeful that the ordinance that will amend the cooperation agreement will have a chance to be heard in Housing Committee sometime early next year, hopefully in January if that's possible. And I think bringing this ordinance that will amend the cooperation agreement forward for council review, both at the committee and at council, will afford us all the opportunity to put something in place that will give us oversight, give us the authority to have that oversight, and to be able to monitor the budget activities and the expenditure activities at the agency. Now, so for Mr. Simmons, if you will, right now it appears that there's no federal limit set on the use of HACLA's program income, and that would be incomes from nonprofits, from property income, and developers' fees. That income is not federal money, is that correct?
That's right, ma'am.
Okay. Now, HACLA receives about, maybe you can help me, between $7 million to $15 million on an annual basis from the above-mentioned sources?
Yeah, one of my worst uses of her phrase was flush with cash. And that was a reflection of a time when our nonprofits had earned up to $15 million in earnings that was distributed to HACLA. $15 million. That has since been reduced because of the changes in the contract with HUD that have eliminated a lot of fees, so we're probably closer to the $8 to $9 million.
All right, and then these funds that I've mentioned, the property income, the nonprofit, the developers' fees, these were the funds that were used for commission and staff expenses that are now called into question. Is that correct?
That's right, ma'am. They supplement our central office where all those expenses are charged.
Okay, and then I just want to close with this. I think there needs to be a full audit of the non-federal money coming to HACLA on an annual basis, and that it spells out each source of income and how it is spent. And once we do this amendment to the cooperation agreement, that is something that we need to begin to dig into as a council. There should also be very serious consideration given to limiting the use of these funds. A couple of recommendations for city travel or federal travel and expense restrictions. And also, one other quick question. The role the Ethics Commission plays at HACLA. HACLA commissioners, they should have been filing Form 700s. The purpose of this filing, obviously, is to report sources of income, property, investments, etc. Now, did they file, and if so, let me know, and if they didn't, tell me why they didn't.
No, I believe they did file 700 forms. But one of the confusing aspects of the commission, and City Attorney's Office is probably better to address this, was that the Ethics Commission has jurisdiction over vetting candidates, but once they get appointed, there's a action that the Housing Authority took years ago that exempted commissioners from the Ethics Commission. So there is a gray area about anybody having jurisdiction once a commissioner is appointed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Councilwoman
And
Perry.
I'll press my button again.
Yes.